Today we are talking about a fragrance that comes from the house of Hermes, and it is not Terre de Hermes. Strap up, we'll be back. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the evening. From the house of Hermes, we have H24. Let's talk about the Hermes line. I love Hermes. They really put it together finally. And they're one of the houses that create a lot of signature and make a lot of noise with their fragrances. Some are more universally accepted than others, but it's undeniable that Hermes puts a lot of time and effort into the craftsmanship of their work to be distinct in the fragrance community. And for that, it's something I can truly respect. H24, let's cut all the talking and let's put our nose to this thing. I'm only going to do one spray because my test strips are elite. Very pungent in the air. Projection and sillage, I can tell, is going to be favorable, above average. This is the fragrance that I tell people smells like bananas. Not rich, real, ripe bananas, but almost a synthetic banana. Very playful, very bright banana-like smell. Let's just call it yellow floral for now. Super aromatic, nothing like Terre de Hermes. I think the only thing it's similar to Terre de Hermes in is that it draws attention. Terre de Hermes has that blood orange that just shoots out. I think Eau Givree is a little more subtle, I forget. But this fragrance certainly is one of the most demanding. It has that pungency similar to the blood orange, but it's, for lack of better words, yellow. It's banana-like, artificial sweetener banana, candy banana. It's fruity. It almost has this little tone of spice, but it's extremely aromatic, extremely floral. And I get this underbelly of soft woods and greenery. Let's take a look at the chart here. Shout outs to, I think it might be D4G fragrance, I forget. He was plugging some guy on Facebook that was selling H2400 mLs for $30 a pop. And I'm so pissed because I signed up to the group, and by the time I got into the group, I couldn't find it. The guy was selling like 6 bottles. And I think at $20-30, it is an absolute no-brainer. This is a unique fragrance, but I don't think it's unique like Encre Noir line. Unique, where I can distinctly smell those and say, okay, only people who like the note of vetiver in a very earthy, inky way, or earthy, woody way, or earthy, aquatic way would enjoy. This has a little more universal touch to it. The note of like a candied light banana is very playful. It's reminiscent of kind of a female body mist, though I think that this is perfectly like unisex. Let's see. It says for men, but I think it's absolutely unisex because it's so bright, it's so aromatic, and it's got a fruity element to it that it can kind of, I think this fragrance sits perfectly neutral, unisex. That's just my take. Let's see what we got going on in this fragrance. Clary Sage, Narcissus, Palisander, Rosewood, and Scarline. We're going to get an education today, folks. Narcissus is a flower with a nice yellow bud. Opulent floral animalic scent with green nuances and a hint of hay and tobacco. I don't get any of that with this other than just the fact that it's floral. Almost feels white floral in terms of how bright it is. That clary sage, soft and sweet herbaceous fragrance with lavender, balsamic, and amber. Now we're talking because I smell sweet. I smell herbaceous. I smell lavender. I smell balsam. And I smell this ambery musk. I really do. When it sits on skin, I feel it'll be certainly more ambery. Palisander rosewood. Sweet, soft, woody. Okay, certainly get that. And let's see this schlorine note. Natural synthetic. So maybe the synthetic aspect of that banana-like note is what is being accented with this schlorine note. Strong, dry, woody note with a camphor, warm, metallic undertones. It can be used in small quantity, musky, and ambery. So I can say that this does not smell metallic. If it does smell metallic on some like Silver Mountain water or sillage, it certainly is like very light. This fragrance leans 60% dominant on this florally banana-like candied banana, slightly synthetic floral brightness. Very crisp, very aromatic. And this kind of 30% woods. Sorry, 30% ambery muskiness, but super bright. No bite at all. And then maybe just 10% of kind of just some synthetics. But for a fresh, versatile fragrance, this has an extreme amount of signature. If you want to stand out, if you want to smell like no one else, H24 is for you. But still maintain that bright, out of the shower freshness as a freshie with charm. This is a freshie with charm, but a step above with a great deal of signature to it. And for that, I think it has a ton of use case because this could be an everyday unique fragrance for a lot of you. It's bright, it's green, it's floral, it's fresh, and it's unique. In that way, it's very similar to Terre de Hermes characteristically, not note-wise. I really appreciate this fragrance, and I've smelled it before in the retail stores, but it didn't hit the same way as it's hitting now. I'm putting a lot more respect on its name, smelling it privately, you know, in my own home without other fragrances in the air and stuff like that. Projection and longevity, we're going to call it, I would say, safely 4 to 6. Maybe you might get 6 to 8 hours with a good 6 to 10 sprays. I think baseline has to be about 4 to 5 sprays. I think this is an ageless fragrance, shining predominantly in the spring and summer months, but can absolutely have cold weather charm. So for that, we're going to call it any season, any reason. Ageless fragrance. In retailers, I see this around the $100 price point, to be honest. But on Facebook, I saw it listed for $20. A lot of people get rid of this fragrance because it's too unique for them. I don't know why, though. This has just so much wow factor to it for me personally. I think it's an all-around incredible fragrance. Again, characteristically like Terre de Hermes, where Terre de Hermes has gotten a ton of love, but some people don't like the vetiver blood orange combo. Some people, even some women, when they smell it. But it has had enough respect to say that the majority of the community and fragrance smellers, for lack of a better word, love the fragrance, both male and female. We've gone over the sprays. We've gone over the longevity. Use case. I think this can go casual to semi-formal. It's a little too playful up top because it almost comes off fruity because it's like super sweet. Not super sweet, but very sweet leaning for a floral accented fragrance. So for that reason, I don't think it can go too formal. It can go semi-formal. It can go romantic. It can definitely go super playful and super casual. But it can definitely, it sits somewhere between super casual and semi-formal, slightly serious but playful accent. But it's so fresh and the formulation is such high quality that I think you'd have no problem dressing it up for a lightly serious occasion. Again, I think this sits perfectly unisex, though it says it's a male fragrance. And it's really good, guys. I think you should definitely put your nose on this before you smell it. But to me, it's extremely safe to blind buy if you get it for $20 to $30. Absolute no-brainer. Can compete with any of my clones and dupes easily. Fresh fragrances, you cannot go wrong, even if they have signature, because they're fresh, they're versatile. You will find a use case for H24. Let me know if you guys have this fragrance, if you put your nose to it, and how you feel about it. Make sure to always like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on those post notifications because I am always posting content that is valuable if you're somebody who's getting into fragrance, currently in fragrance, buying fragrance, trying to understand fragrance, make selections. I've got everything for you. I've got lives, Q&As, posts. My journey is being documented. That's how I treat this channel. And you can get a lot of utility out of this channel because it is so consistent and reliable. And I really put a lot of effort into it. This is Hermes's H24, and you are rocking with me in the scent bubble. Y'all be blessed. Till next time.